Hey everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. We have some breaking news. Earth like rumbling. It could maybe split open the whatever those plates are in California. This could cause a ripple effect in this world because Jill Dillard announced on YouTube and Instagram and on their blog, so many different places they put this out there, that their son is going to public school. We knew she was a renegade. We knew she was the rebel. But this throws everything off the chains. Let me show you. I edited down the video. Now you can see her whole video on her YouTube channel. I just sort of scrubbed it down to only around a minute, just to give you an idea of what it looked like and everything. But this is super exciting, and what I love as a mother is that the little boy looks amazingly happy. It's just wait.
Tomorrow's a special day.
We're gonna register me for kindergarten.
We're gonna register you for kindergarten?
Yeah.
Yay! It's exciting. You excited?
Yeah.
This way.
Did you see how his face was like? He was like running across the street. They were so excited to go. They got there early. And they had to wait for the school to actually open. Because probably in Jill's world, she's had to follow schedules and be like on time constantly. And there's probably just been so much pressure on her throughout the years to always, don't be late, don't do this, don't do that. So they show up early, which means they have to sit in sort of the vestibule of the school and wait for the doors to open, and then they're able to get him registered. And the entire time, this little boy is so excited. He is like running into the school, he's running down the halls, and Jill and Derick are just like proud parents and getting their little boy off to kindergarten. And I was like so emotional when I saw this. I can't even tell you. Because this is such a big decision for her, and it's such a big step for them. And it's so far removed from how she grew up. Now, this is not far removed from how Derick grew up. And I truly believe that Derick's upbringing and his, he went to public school, and Derick went to public college, and now he's in a public college for his law degree. And so Derick clearly understands the value of public education. He understands the importance of all of this. And so on their blog, they wrote, "This week we went ahead and we got Israel registered for kindergarten. It's hard to believe he will be 5 this year. We have already been homeschooling him some, but decided it would be fun to let him go to kindergarten this year. it's extra special because it's the same school district Derick enrolled in over 25 years ago. How did it feel when you first went off to kindergarten? Drop us any tips in the comments section below. Now, interestingly, her friend who she's like seen it with in photos, the one that she's been promoting for like her Rodan and Fields, her friend, I think her name is Rachel, her son is also going to be in kindergarten. So it appears as though Israel will have some friends already there. And that means that she has some friends that are, you know, Christian, because her friend Rachel is a Christian, in the real world that are still believers but have a much more progressive view and don't view the public school system as this place where bad things can happen. And I'm so excited. And this is like a humongous, I mean, she broke the major rule, because in the Duggar home, you don't go to public school. You don't allow your child to be taught public education, because those secular thoughts that are taught in public education, because of the separation between church and state, help shape the mind of the child and can really give the child perspectives from all over the world, and from all over like the place, because you're around kids from all kinds of different demographics, where things that maybe Jill and Derick, you know, Jill specifically grew up in and around being afraid of or being told is bad, Israel's going to be around and it's not going to be a big deal. He's going to be around kids that are not the same race as him. He'll be around kids that have, you know, parents that maybe aren't married or are of the same sex. I mean, this is a super big step for them, because he's going to have the opportunity for himself to see the world and cultivate ideas that are not just what his parents want him to know. I can tell you what this is like groundbreaking. Josh's kids are homeschooled. I mean, Jessa homeschools. There's no indication at this point in time that Jessa will do anything but homeschool her kids. And what's different when you go onto Jill's Instagram versus what you see on Jessa's Instagram is that her kids, Jill, Samuel, and Israel, they're around other children that are not just their family. Whereas Spurgeon and Henry are constantly just around their cousins or around their aunts. They're not around kids that are not outside of the family. All of this is going to be amazing. And his face, oh my God, I wanted to cry when I saw that. I was so excited. So this excitement is not being lost on other people, because I want to just show you, people are just, I think he'll love to be being with so many new friends. It will be harder for you than it will be for him. If I cried when my oldest started kindergarten 30 years ago, and I rejoiced when his brother went. And then someone was like, couldn't believe that she would send it, like, this is a bad decision. And this person said, because she needs 5 seconds to herself. If they have good schools, she might as well. Then this person said, I was wondering too, what else does she have to do? Like, I'm totally against public schools. Because why? Because Jill is supposed to just stay at home all day and not have a job, not have an identity outside of being a mother. She's supposed to not only have the kids, raise the kids, she's also supposed to teach the kids. She's supposed to be everything to her children. How unrealistic is that? So it's kind of a mixed bag, but most people were just so excited for her, like he'll have so much fun. Public school outside the home is the best. Yay, tissues. He will love school and all of his friends that he makes. I absolutely love watching the video. He seemed so excited. I hope he loves it. I cried when both of my kiddos went off to kindergarten. My son is in kindergarten and he loves it. He is so darn cute. People are just so excited. And they also understand the importance of like why this is such a big deal. And there he is. And Jill wrote, my kid is headed for kindergarten. Swipe up to watch the video. And then she said, look who's registered for kindergarten. Swipe up in my story to watch the video. How did you feel when you first went off to kindergarten? And then Derick said that on his Instagram, said that he was super proud. He said it was a proud father moment to get him into school. So a lot of people have, when the girls were younger, there was this huge idea that Ginger was going to be the one that rebelled. And it was, there was an entire website designed to her called Free Ginger. I mean, there's a literal forum website, Free Ginger, because they believed Ginger wanted out. And now Ginger is heavily ingrained in a different form of it, just the form that her husband Jeremy wants. And it truly is Jill that's moved out of it. She's pierced her nose. She wears pants. She has her blog. She has influencer options with her like different things that she promotes on her Instagram. She has her stuff on YouTube. Derick is in law school. All signs point to this family continuing to get out of this very fundamentalist mindset. And I don't know that Derick ever really was heavily in that world. He definitely is a conservative Christian, but he's definitely he didn't grow up at all the way that Jill did. And he's been a voice for her in the past few years as her separation between her family has continued. So now imagine that she has made this decision and she's already not allowed at the house unless Jim Bob is there. Now imagine if this is true, how it's going to be perceived by the Duggars in their home. Because now she'll have a son that's going to be kind of like Amy. Think about that. Amy Duggar was not allowed to be around the kids unless Amy came to their house. Jim Bob did not allow any of the girls to spend time with Amy at Amy's place with her mom. They weren't allowed to do stuff with Amy outside of like the chaperoning care of Jim Bob or Michelle. So now imagine how this will affect Israel, because now he'll be a secular kid. He'll be a worldly kid. So now it's like, oh, you're not going to be allowed our kids. I mean, in the one breath, you're going to be like super, super happy. But in the other breath, you know that this is going to create another ripple in this family. And what I love more than anything is even though there's going to be this ripple created, it doesn't seem to matter to Jill and Derick, because they're going to do what they want to do for their family, and they're going to make the choices that they're going to make. And as hard as it is to sort of leave and cleave or whatever, or separate yourself from your, the family that you had growing up, this is a good thing. And I wish more of these kids would do this. I wish more of them would just cut off themselves financially from their parents and not rely so heavily on this show, and get under the thumb and the control of their father and just do their own thing. And who knew? Who thought it would have been Jill? Because remember when they got married, she was like, we're going to have 1 million babies. We're going to have as many as God gives us. Well, she literally just ditched her crib. Yeah, that's right. Samuel's crib she gave to Lauren, Josiah's wife. So Jill got rid of her crib, theoretically saying we're done, or at least we're done for now. They use methods to prevent pregnancy. So Derick only grew up with one sibling. Maybe they're only going to have 2 kids. Maybe they're just going to have fun. With that being said, I am excited and elated, and I want to see how you feel, and I want to know how you feel. Is this a big deal? Are you excited? What do you think is going to happen with the family? Like, do you think they'll even respond or care? Do you think it'll cause the issues that I'm talking about with, now him having worldly thoughts? Or what do you think? I think it's huge. She broke a major rule. She continues to break major rules, and I say, go Jill! Yay, Jill! Like, seriously. I don't get moved to comment frequently, but I was like on her page like, Jill, I'm so proud of you. So if you are proud of her, go send her some love. Like, she needs to know there are more people cheering her on than the people that want her to stay stuck, because no one should stay stuck. She needs to be free. And I am so glad to see her continuing to be free and to prosper. So yay, Jill, yay, Derick, and go Israel to the class of 2033. I will say, my little boy is in kindergarten and he is at a public school, and it was the best decision that my husband and I made for my son, because he loves his friends, he loves his teachers, and he is learning so much more than I could ever teach him. And educators and teachers and paraprofessionals and every single person that works in a public school, you guys, my hats are off to you. You guys do a damn good job every day, and I can't wait to see what happens when one of these kids actually gets the proper education they deserve. All right, you guys, I'll be back in a little while.